I'd like to state that no Brainees or insects were harmed in the making of this program, and that none of the training you're about to see be attempted unless under expert supervision.
8 Brainees, 1 challenge. To use complex mass of 100 billion cells we call brain for chance to win Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt. This is Brain-Jitsu. Born in Lancashire, trained in Japan, with mind as sharp as samurai sword, he is Brain Master. He is the sensei.
Konnichiwa, and welcome to Brain-Jitsu. Mental training specially designed to boost brain power and focus. My trainees, or Brainees, have been following a basic programme of training in the comfort of their own home. A brain-boosting routine of exercise, sleep, and enough fruit and veg to stock a greengrocer's.
Training stimulates your brain and it makes you ready for what challenges lie ahead.
I think I've done quite well in the training, but I feel really nervous. I'm very, very confident today and I'm going to get that black belt. Aha!
Now my Brainees must put their training into practice by testing a part of the brain we use every day.
Level 1. Yellow Vault.
Take a look at all these chocolates. Yummy. But how many white rabbits are there? If you got 6, then congratulations. You've just used your occipital lobes. This area, the seeing part of our brain, allows us to recognise and separate images from each other. The 7 Brainees who use their occipital lobes the best will be allowed to enter my Brain-Jitsu dojo, where their training will continue. The one who fails will be left outside. Oh, feel the burn.
Enter the dojo!
Our Brainees must answer 4 questions by counting the different coloured shapes and numbers on the board in front of them. Get them right and they'll be left with a 4-digit code, which they must then use to unlock a piece of brain and secure their place in the dojo. But with only 7 pieces of brain and 8 Brainees, one of either David, Anurag, Tia, Wally, Maddi, James, Katherine or Hezron will be left outside and eliminated. The atmosphere in the noodle bar is more pressured than a Japanese rice cooker as the 4 questions are revealed. How many squares are there? How many orange shapes with numbers are there? How many black shapes with blue numbers are there? How many green numbers are there? The answer our Brainees are looking for is 7935. Tia is first up, but has she got the code right? Wally follows close behind, with a few more Brainees hot on his tail. Tia was first off her stool, but now she's back on it as she's got the code wrong. In fact, it looks like all our Brainees have got the code wrong. The key to this task is to stay calm and really focus on getting the answers right. Don't rush and don't be put off by the others around you. Don't forget the code our Brainees are looking for is 7935, as there are 7 squares, 9 orange shapes with numbers in, 3 black shapes with blue numbers in, and 5 green numbers. Maddi is the first to finish, while all the other Brainees are right back where they started. A few nervous faces there. In fact, even winner Maddi is looking worried. No need, Maddi. You used your occipital lobes training to the max. Anurag claims second place, with Katherine, Tia, Wally and David following suit, leaving Hezron and James to battle it out for the last place in the dojo. Hezron has his hands on his head. He mustn't fret, but must focus on the code. James is smiling. He thinks he's finally got the code right. But no, he's wrong again, and Hezron has literally jumped off his stool and is running to the brain. Has he cracked it at last?
Yes.
That's it. Hezron's in and James is out. And the relief on Hezron's face is as obvious as a sumo hiding behind a chopstick. So, as 7 enter the dojo for a chance to survive 6 more grueling levels of brain training, for James, the dream of the black brain belt has ended before it even started.
I suppose I was a bit panicked and I just rushed through everything, so I'm not sure who will win the black belt, but they're all good.
So, with 6 levels to go, only Maddi, Anurag, Katherine, Tia, Wally, David and Hezron have entered the dojo and achieved the first of their coloured brain belts.
I tried the task a couple of times, but in the end, when I calmed down, I got it right.
I'm going to win the black belt, but I think it's going to be pretty tough because Catherine's a really hard contender.
I'm quite glad that I got first because that makes me think, oh, I probably will get through the next round too.
Brain-Jitsu!
In this next level of training, things are going to get really hard.
Level 2, orange belt.
We do things every day without even thinking about it, like throwing a ball. The next time you're with your mates, try throwing it with the arm you wouldn't normally use. Yeah, a lot more difficult, isn't it?
If you manage to do that, you're using part of your brain that deals with problem solving, the frontal lobes. And that's what level 2 is all about. Taking something you normally do without thinking and doing it differently. Work it! To prepare them for using their frontal lobes in the next challenge, my Brainees are gonna need some training.
Room of mental nourishment.
The room of mental nourishment is where our young hopefuls will train their brains to help them progress to the next levels of the dojo. The more serious our Brainees take the training, the better prepared they'll be for the challenges that lie ahead. And in level 2, that challenge is all about getting their brains to think in a new way.
Brain training. Take turns to call out the action on your cards. Everyone must do it only when you say "Sensei says" before the action.
Sensei says, touch your right ear.
Look happy.
This exercise makes our Brainees work their frontal lobes, as they have to really think about something they would normally do without thinking at all.
Sensei says stand up.
Ha ha ha!
That's Tia and Katherine out.
Touch nose with left hand.
And Maddi too. Boys 1, girls 0. Training tip time.
Don't rush. Pause for 2 seconds to think before you react.
Sensei says stand up.
Sensei says, spin around clockwise.
Sensei says both palms up.
If you want to work your frontal lobes at home, why not play this game with your mates at break time? It's great fun and it will help improve your all-round focus.
Touch your right ear.
The boys were probably just a little bit better than us, but we're still going to win.
Part of our evil plan, though.
Yeah, just pretending to be bad so they go easy on us, then we smish them.
Girls are genuinely rubbish. They only think about magazines and dresses, in fact.
You're rude. I can't do that. It's like, boys only think about winning.
There's a real boys versus girls battle going on with this lot. The girls outshone the boys before they entered the dojo, but the boys have excelled in the training. Who'll be getting their orange brain belt and who'll really be getting smished and making the walk of eternal regret? There's only one way to find out. It's time for our Brainees to really put their training to the test. Guardian of the dojo and task adjudicator the Shihan will now demonstrate the level 2 challenge.
Touchy-feely boxes!
Inside 7 boxes is hidden item, 5 of which match with item on shopping list. Brainees must take in turns to reach into each box and guess what inside. Not by looking, but by feeling. If they think that item matches with one on list, they must try to remember number of box it is in. Once Brainee have felt all 7 boxes, then have 15 seconds to identify which box they are in. Brainee with least number of correct answer will be eliminated from dojo.
My Brainee tip for this task is to focus on just the items on the list and mentally tick them off as they feel each box. Work those frontal lobes.
Our Brainees are waiting nervously for the gong. But if you want to know what they don't, here's what's on their shopping list today. In blue box number 2, we have rice. Purple box number 4 hides a block of cheese. In green box 3, we have cotton wool. The jelly cubes are in orange box 5. And in yellow box 6, the chopsticks. But there are also 2 distractions. In pink box number 1, there are mealworms, and in red box 7, it's pencils. And if all that wasn't enough to make our Brainees think differently, you will also have noticed we've jumbled up the box numbers. Time to get touchy-feely. 3, 2, 1, it's go on the gong. Brainees have just 5 seconds to identify each item before moving on to the next box. Not being able to see the items, the challenge for our Brainees is to use their training to think in a new way. Their hands must become their eyes as they focus solely on their sense of touch. And Katherine is clearly not a fan of touching worms. It's only cheese in box 4, Maddi. How are you going to cope with the worms? Unlike Maddi, David is nonplussed by the cheese, but it's her turn on the worms and she's not happy. Anurag is, though. He's finding box 3's cotton wool hilarious. Will Wally and David confuse the pencils in box 7 with box 6's chopsticks? Hezron is hesitating with touching the worms at all. How can he be expected to remember box number 1 if he hasn't felt what's in it? Hesitating Hezron is at it again with the cotton wool, and Maddi's freaking out again, this time with the jelly cubes in box 5. As the challenge progresses, Tia and Katherine have a few nasty shocks. And hesitating Hezron actually touches something. That's all 7 boxes done, and our Brainees have 15 seconds to work out their answers. Here's that list again. And here are the box numbers. But as the final gong goes, who's benefited from their training and allowed their brains to think in a new way? Results time. Maddi, 3 out of 5. Anurag, 5 out of 5. Katherine, 4 out of 5. Tia, 5 out of 5. Maximum Maddi looking nervous. Her 3 means she's bottom so far. Wally, 3 out of 5. David, 3 out of 5. So, it could be a 3-way tie between David, Wally and Maddi. It all hangs on hesitating Hezron. 1 out of 5. I guess that guessing just wasn't good enough. So hesitating Hezron is out, and he must now leave the dojo to make the...
Walk of eternal regret.
I think Anurag's going to win the black belt because he's smart. I didn't use the training when it came to the final challenge. I am feeling sad because I didn't get to go for the black belt.
So with 5 levels to go, only Maddi, Anurag, Katherine, Tia, Wally and David have gained their orange brain belts.
I'm relieved to get past the second task.
In the training, Anurag said that all the girls thought about was magazines and stuff. But so far, the only people that have been out were boys, so I think we're going to be left with 3 girls in the sort of semi-final.
Brain-Jitsu! Brainy, not so brainy.
Who's the clever clogs and whose brain needs a lot more training? Mount Everest, what a beauty! Now these 2 geezers, Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, was the first to climb it. In the ultimate test of mind over matter, not only did they conquer a blooming great mountain, but they also had to battle against snow, ice and temperatures that would freeze your thermals off. Mount-tastic. Now these look like braving extreme conditions of another kind, the Sahara Marathon runners. They think nothing of legging it 4,500 miles across the Sahara Desert in temperatures well over 100 degrees. Whew! And it takes these jokers 100 days just to reach the finish line. If they ever get there, I'm tired just thinking about it. Brainy, Hillary and Tenzing. Not so brainy, Sahara runners.
Brain-Jitsu!
Pressure in Brain-Jitsu dojo rising. Now, just 6 young hopeful remain to compete under watchful eye of Shihan. Maddi, who won first challenge but went from maximum to minimum in last round. Wali.
In the training, the girls didn't do so well, and they just wanted to get back at us.
David, been quiet so far. Could be dark horse in dojo. Katherine.
So far, the only people that have been out were boys.
Tia, she get top marks in last challenge. Can she build on success in next level? And Anurag.
Even the girls were kind of rubbish in training. Kind of pulled it off at the end.
Challenge is about to get even tougher. Only 2 Brainees will make through to final test. Table of Supreme Focus. Where must move ball with power of mind. For chance to win, Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt. Here's the time for Level 3. Green Belt.
Now, we all like to chat, but did you know that using words to communicate is one of the main reasons why our brains have grown so incredibly powerful? And that having a conversation exercises both halves of the brain. Now, if all that's doing your head in, allow me to explain. Imagine you're on a movie set where each crew member is focusing on their own particular job, but the director, he has to be aware of what everyone's doing. It's the same with the brain. There's the left half, which deals with the details. And there's the right half, which looks at the overall picture. This next level of training strengthens my Brainees' focus by working one half of their brain under pressure. Hey, pump it up!
Room of mental nourishment.
It's our second visit to the room of mental nourishment. Brainees have a choice as to whether they take part or not, but any extra training they do will help them with the challenge to come. For level 3, it's communication training.
Brain training. Get into pairs. Direct a blindfolded trainee to stack the blocks using only one hand.
So it's blindfolds on for the girls, who'll be using the left side of their brain to listen to the instructions, while the boys use the right side of the brain to communicate clearly to their partner how to build the tallest tower they can.
Now take the small one. Use the small one.
Then you stack.
And you've got a big block. Turn it so it's like vertical.
David is explaining simply and calmly to Minimum Maddi how to build a tower.
Left, down, down, stop, left, yeah, right. Stop, it's there.
Okay.
And put it down, slowly.
But suddenly Maddie's freaking out. She must stay calm and trust David's instructions to guide her to build a building block bonanza.
That's just about balancing.
Oh my god, okay, should we just not do it anymore?
Maddie can't handle the pressure. Time for a training tip.
Use short, clear instructions and imagine yourself hearing them.
Higher up, yeah. There. Further away from you. Down.
Well, I suppose it was only a matter of time. Although Katherine and Wali have managed to keep their tower block towering.
I don't think we did well because the boys gave us good instructions. I think we did well because we're really good builders.
If we didn't give good instructions, they wouldn't know where to stack it.
So, apart from Maddie freaking, everybody did well in the training. But there's still a big boy-girl divide in the group. The girls are sticking together all the way, and the boys aren't giving an inch. But who'll be making the long, lonely walk of eternal regret? Time to find out as they compete for their green brain belts.
Balloon pop number drop.
This level tests how well our Brainees can communicate, so our 6 need to be in teams of 2. The chopsticks will decide the pairs. So there's David and Anurag, Maddi and Tia, who look delighted to be together, and Wali and Katherine. It will be interesting to see how a mixed team works in this very girl-boy divided group.
Quickly as possible, teams must burst 6 balloons containing number which go together to form sum. Pairs need to decide who is guider, who is popper. With popper unable to see under helmet, they will be relying on guider to help them burst balloon. When all balloon popped, Brainees stop clock by shouting Brain-Jitsu. Quicker they burst balloon, more time have to pick up number and make sum. Once Brainee are happy with answer, hit gong!
The first 2 teams to work out the correct answer will get green belts and advance to the next level, while 1 Brainee from the losing team will be eliminated. The key to success here
is for the guider to use the right side of their brain to follow their teammates' progress and give them clear instructions. For their partner, it's vital they use the left side of their brain to focus on these instructions and nothing else.
First to put their communication training to the test are David and Anurag.
Jump.
Everyone did pretty well in the training, so we're starting with a fairly even playing field.
That's it. Now move forward. Stop. Now jump.
Anurag's instructions are more precise than bonsai topiary.
Shuffle a bit left.
And David is doing more shuffling than a Japanese pack of cards, but it's paying off.
Jump.
The boys are struggling for the first time here.
That's a jump. Brain-Jitsu.
But they're finished, and it's an excellent time of 56 seconds. Now the girls. Maddi freaked out a bit in the training. Will she stay calm in this challenge?
Jump. Right. Hop.
Tia is using the right side of her brain well, and far from freaking, Maddi is doing more popping than Japanese popcorn.
Hop. Back. Hop.
The girls are struggling slightly at the exact same place as the boys before them.
Hop. Hop. Brain-Jitsu.
Finally, they finish, and they're only 2 seconds behind the boys with 58 seconds in total. Now, Wally and Katherine.
Forward. A little bit more. Stop. Pop. Back a bit, back a bit. Pop.
This group does have a real boys versus girls rivalry, and Wally and Katherine certainly seem to be having problems communicating efficiently with each other.
Alright, diagonally to your right.
They finally popped the first balloon, and then it's smooth sailing from then on.
Stop. Pop. Brain-Jitsu.
With a final time of 1 minute 26, they are quite a lot behind the others, and it's Anurag and David who look for their numbers first.
Here's what our Brainees are looking for. Can you work out the answer in your head?
All three teams are very speedy with collecting the numbers, but all are taking their time with the answer.
6 plus 12 equals 18. 18 divided by 9 equals 2. Maddi and Tia are the last to finish. As both of the teams got their answer right, the girls have to go face to face in the...
Stare off.
With just one green belt up for grabs, both Brainees must use all their powers of focus to fight the urge to blink. The first to falter will be eliminated. It's all over in the blink of an eye. Maddi's in and Tia's out. Tia's smiling, but Maddi looks gutted to see her friend go. Are we gonna see tears for Tia as she makes the...
Walk of eternal regret.
The team game went alright, but when it came to the sum, we tried a couple of different orders, but they didn't add up. And we were last, but we did get it right.
So with 4 levels left, it's green brain belts for Maddi, Anurag, Katherine, Wally and David.
I feel quite happy because I got through by the skin of my teeth at the stare-off, but then again I feel really bad because I had to face my best friend and then she went and I feel really bad for her.
The training did help quite a lot because we learned to work in teams and guide each other.
Brain-Jitsu.
Level 4. Blue belt.
This 4th level requires our Brainees to master a primitive part of the brain called the amygdala, the area that responds to threat. Remember the last time you felt afraid or panicky? Maybe that time you were about to take a really crucial penalty. Well, that feeling was triggered by the old amygdala. Now, stress can make you lose focus. Fact. Which is why my Brainees must train to keep their emotions under control.
Room of mental nourishment.
We're back in the room of mental nourishment, and it's time for our 5 green belt holders to focus on overcoming their fear.
Pass for disgusting. Drink around the circle, only passing it on when you have said a different word relating to the last word someone says. After 1 minute, the Britanee holding the drink has to drink it.
I think Wally means brainy. The thought of that cod liver oil is distracting him already.
Battery.
Energy. Light. Darkness.
David's hesitation means he's scared. Come on, fight that amygdala.
Cockerel.
Mammal.
Now Anurag's at it. The gong means Katherine has to drink. Those hesitating boys stitched her up. Training tip time.
Concentrate. Try to blank out the time and fear of the drink to avoid panicking. I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. She has to drink it once already, and that's disgusting.
It's your call, Katherine.
Fear. Fear. Snake.
Oh dear, Wally hasn't taken the tip on board at all. If you're scared, it means you're focused only on the drink, so you can't think of a word. Concentrate on the word and ignore the drink and you'll succeed.
School.
Cousins.
But in spite of Wally's numerous pauses, it's Anurag who has to drink, and he simply laughs in the face of fear.
Nice.
At first, I couldn't think of a word, but after I saw someone drink it, I was more determined and concentrated more about the words instead of trying to think about what it was.
I actually knew what I was going to say next beforehand. I was just playing for time so I don't have to drink it. Sure you did.
So, Katherine sat out the second round. Will it hinder her next performance? David did badly at first, but he really took the tip on board and came up trumps. Will he take his training to the next challenge? Wally says he was pausing on purpose. The girls don't believe him. It's time for our 5 to put their brain training to the test and combat their fear to compete for their blue brain belts.
Creepy crawly word grab.
This level, real test of mind over matter for Brainees, and will push them to really overcome their fear. Underneath the creepy crawlies lie an assortment of letters worth different points. Brainees have just 1 minute to plunge hands into tank and pick out up to 7 letters each. They then have a further minute to make higher scoring word they can.
To do well, my Brainees must block out the signals coming from their amygdala and ignore the creepy crawlies. The quicker they combat their fear, the more time they'll have to pick out the high-scoring letters.
Oh my god. What are they?
Underneath the cockroaches are an extra 5 golden letters. If our Brainees manage to use one in their word, they'll double their score. Maddi and Katherine are really freaking out. Minimum Maddi must really control her fear. She's been in the bottom twice in a row. She really doesn't want to make it 3. Katherine must focus only on the letters. Maybe she shouldn't have sat out the second round of the training. The boys are all staying fairly quiet. David didn't do well at the start of the training, but the tip obviously helped him as he looks very focused here. What's Katherine going to do with all those O's? The gong means that their minute is up, and now our Brainees have another minute to make the longest word they can out of the letters they have collected. Anurag has bagged a golden letter, but can he use it? See if you can make a word from the anagram on the screen now.
I don't know if that's a word. I hope it is.
So, how have our green belt holders fared?
Home.
I've never heard of it, but will the she-han allow it? Nope, no points for Maddi.
Mo.
It's a blinder. A golden letter means 10 points for Anurag.
Zoo.
She's finally found the use of those O's. 11 points for Katherine, even after the screaming.
Hottie.
It certainly tickled the she-han, but will she allow it? No. 0 the hero for Wally.
Brass.
David has aced the final fear exam. 14 points. He's got the blue along with Anurag and Katherine. Which means that Maddi is in the bottom 2 again. So she and Wally have got one chance to prove the power of their minds in the
Tie break chopstick challenge.
It's tough but fair. Our Brainees must engage their occipital lobes, the seeing part of their brain, and quickly work out how many chopsticks they see. They have just 5 seconds to write down their answers. If they lose focus and panic under the pressure, it'll all be over. Time to reveal our Brainees' answers.
53. 34.
The actual number is... So Wally's guess of 34 was furthest from the correct number. He looks gutted. Maddi's in and he's out. And he must now leave the dojo for good.
Walk of eternal regret.
I'm feeling kind of annoyed because I wanted to get into the final 3, but then again I didn't do too badly, so it's not all that bad.
So with only 3 levels to go, Maddi, Anurag, Katherine and David proudly wear their blue brain belts.
The training didn't really help me because the drink wasn't moving.
It wasn't really that bad, the creepy crawlies, because they don't really bite you, so just brush it off and then that's done.
Brain-Jitsu! Brainy, not so brainy.
Who's the clever clogs and whose brain needs a lot more training? Picture the scene, it's 1666, and this young chap, Isaac Newton, is catching 40 winks in his orchard, when wallop, an apple hits him right on the nut. But Isaac doesn't just yelp and rub the large bump on his curly head, he only goes and discovers the force that keeps our feet on the ground and the earth in orbit around the sun, namely gravity. Apple-tastic. Now take a look at this lot. Every year they try and fight against gravity as they hurl themselves off Bognor Pier. The rules are simple. Fly the furthest and win a cash prize. Come on, son, you can do it. Oh dear. Back to the old drawing board, I think. Brainy Isaac Newton. Not so brainy. Bird brain birdmen of Bognor.
Brain-Jitsu!
Tension in Brain-Jitsu dojo mounting, as now just 4 young hopeful remain to compete under watchful eye of Shihan. Katherine, in spite of fear, has pulled through 2 fear-filled challenges. Can determination see her through to end? Minimum Maddi, who almost lost in 3 challenges in a row.
Every one I'm in a tiebreaker and then they go and I feel really bad for them.
David, dark horse of dojo, who's steadily making way towards finish line. And confident Anurag.
Even though I didn't do that well in this task, I still feel confident that I can gain the black belt.
Only 2 Brainees will make final test. Table of supreme focus. Where must move ball with power of mind. Brain-Jitsu black brain belt is within grasp. It's time for level 5. Red Vault!
Now, if you're learning how to ride a half-pipe on a BMX bike, then you might be interested to know that your new hobby is doing wonders for your old grey matter, exercising both the thinking part of the brain, the cerebrum, and the doing part, the cerebellum. You see, doing new things increases the flow of blood into your head, which keeps your brain cells topped up with the oxygen they need to perform at their best. So, in level 5, my Brainees are going to be challenged to learn new skills. Now, you can speed up how quickly the brain takes in new stuff. And this is what our Brainees are going to train for now.
Room of mental nourishment.
It's our Brainees' 4th visit to the room of mental nourishment, and for this brain training exercise, they're going to be really working their brains by learning something new.
Brain training. Flip and catch as many drinks coasters as you can. Okay.
This exercise combines both mental and physical skills. Our Brainees are stretching the thinking part of their brain by concentrating on their new skill, and they're also flexing the doing part of their brain by performing the physical action. Minimum Maddi will be back to maximum Maddi if she carries on like that. Good wrist flick coaster action there.
It's just practice, you know, I can really do that.
David and Katherine not doing quite so well. Training tip time, I think.
Approach this positively. Laugh out loud for 30 seconds. What?
Anurag really going to town with the tip, but has it helped him with the task? Success at last. A positive attitude really does help when you're learning a new skill. Stay confident and avoid getting flustered, and you're much more likely to succeed.
Based on that task, I think either me or Katherine will be eliminated in the next round because I was terrible and she wasn't that good.
I think it's probably true that I'll be out, or you, because I was terrible before the laughter and I was terrible after the laughter. So, is that right?
I know about you two, but I'm quite confident with this task. I'm quite good at learning new skills.
Confident Anurag seems very sure he'll get the red. Can his positivity see him through? And in the battle of boys versus girls, will it be David and Katherine going head-to-head for the last red belt? Only time will tell, as our four now put their new skills training to the test and compete for their red brain belts.
Quick, don't drip.
Brainee must use training to keep clear head and steady hand to carry water across obstacle course, spilling as little as possible. There is trampoline to glide over, seesaw to deal with, and stairs to climb. But blue belt holders also racing against clock, and the faster their time, the more points they can add to their total. Brainee with slowest time will be eliminated.
The tip for my Brainees in this next task is to remain calm and think positive thoughts. Giving in to frustration will only lessen their focus and slow them up.
As the she-hand fills our blue belt holders' bowls, the dojo fills with tension. Our Brainees are so close to the black belt they can almost feel it on their foreheads. But who'll use their training to boost their mental confidence as they learn a new skill? It's red water for minimum Maddi as she starts them off. Maddi did well in the training, and I have to say this is textbook stuff. She's fast, controlled, and so far she's only had one spill. She's really using her training to control her body with her mind. Even the seesaw looks like a steady walk in the park. It's all over very quickly. That's got to be a record. And she knows she's done well. But let's see how well.
I was got the highest, yay.
She's aced it. She's chuffed to be back on maximum form. Now for confident Anurag. Anurag also did well in the training room. He's taken it much slower than maximum Maddi. Oh, nasty spill there. Anurag's natural confidence means he's mentally and physically mastered the seesaw without hesitation. That's a shame for him. He mustn't let the spill knock his confidence. And he didn't. Superb control on the stairs there, and he's finished. But how's he fared? "20 very frothy units for confident Anurag, but I wonder if his speed has let him down." Katherine and David both admitted they were weak in the training. Will they manage to pull it together now? Katherine's up first. It's a bad start. Katherine needs to focus her mind to control her body. She isn't holding the ball level. This doesn't bode well. That was a fast and steady walk there. She should believe in herself. Quite a few spills for her there, and her face says it all. She's not a happy Brainee, but has she done better than she thought? 17 units. She doesn't know how well the others have done, but she'll have to hope she was faster. Now David. David was first to admit he wasn't so hot in the training. He's taking this slow and steady to keep his control. 2 nasty spills in a row there, and now he's practically taking pigeon steps to make amends. But it's spillage central for David at the end. Oh, let's see how he did. "20 units, but those pigeon steps could well have cost him the red. Time for the results." Maximum Maddi had the fastest time of 37 seconds, so she gets 3 points to add to her 21 units, a total of 24 points. Confident Anurag with 1 minute 7 seconds, he has the third fastest time and 1 point to add to his 20 units, 21 in total. Katherine's time was an excellent 52 seconds. She gets 2 points to add to her 17 units to make a grand total of 19. It all hangs on David. With the slowest time, he gets no points to add to his 20 units, but he's pipped Katherine to the post by 1 point and she's out.
Walk of eternal regret.
I'm disappointed because I thought that if I got this far I'd have a chance of winning the black belt. I think either Anurag or Maddi will get the black belt because they seem more focused in most of the tasks.
So with only 2 levels left, Maddi, Anurag and David stand proud in red.
I think I'm going to be at the table of supreme focus, and opposite me, I think it's going to be Maddi.
Now it's against boys. I really want that black belt, and I'm not going to let anything stop me.
Brain-Jitsu.
Level 6, prawn boat!
It's this level which will decide which 2 of my remaining Brainees will go on to battle it out for the black belt. Now, imagine you're a gymnast. Not only do you have your routine to remember, but you've got to keep in time to the music. And you've got a load of people watching you. It's remembering stuff like this under pressure that level 6 is all about. It centres around 3 areas of the brain. The seeing part, the occipital lobes, the memory part, the temporal lobes, and the movement part, the cerebellum.
Room of mental nourishment.
With only 3 Brainees remaining, this penultimate brain training challenge is all about memory.
Brain training. Memorise the sequence of colours.
So, our Brainees are testing the occipital lobes, the seeing part of their brain, and their temporal lobes, the memory bank. They're very quiet, aren't they? The room of mental nourishment has never been so silent. Finally, Minimum Maddi breaks the silence and it's time to test.
Orange, silver, red, green, pink, green, purple, purple, red, blue.
No, it's pink. You got that one. You said that one was red.
You're a harsh woman, Maddi. That was pretty good for a first try.
Okay, I'll go next. Just to warn you guys, I'm going to do really badly. Orange, silver, red, green, pink, green, purple, yellow, pink, blue. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Did I?
A little slow, but pretty impressive stuff. David's turn.
Yellow, silver, red,
You're obviously not very good at this. I thought I was really bad, but I'm not.
It's high time we had a training tip, don't you think, David?
create a song linking the colours together.
Okay, so we'll have to think of a tune. So silver, green, red, green, yellow.
It's easy to remember if you use a well-known tune, Maddi. I can't see that one in the charts anytime soon.
Green, red, green, yellow, pink, pink, blue.
Memory tests like this are a great way of training your brain. Why not try to create a song out of your mate's mobile phone number and see if it helps you to remember it? The question is, has the song worked for our red belt holders?
Green, red, green, yellow.
Do not look.
Double pink, blue, orange, purple.
Silver, green, red, green, yellow, pink, pink, blue, orange, purple. Yay.
Silver, green, pink, green, yellow. No, silver, green, red, green, yellow, pink, pink, blue, orange, purple.
Yay.
I reckon I'm the best here because
I got it all wrong.
Yeah, I got it all right.
But The rules were, if you get one wrong, then you get it all wrong.
But I got it first, so you had more chance to look at.
I think Maddi was better than Anurag because she remembered them both times. Unlike me, I just couldn't remember them.
That's what you think. But let's see what happens in the task.
So, who was better, Maddi or Anurag? David really struggled. Will it cost him his place on the table of supreme focus? There's only one way to find out.
Super Memory Dizzy Dash.
A Brainee is a spin around on dizzy wheel, total of 10 times, while using all power of focus to memorize 5 images in front of them. Then must race against clock to cross balancing beam and collect exact opposite of those image from 10 hanging above them. If Brainee remember seeing sun, then must pick moon. When happy they have arranged images in correct order, must hit gong to make clock stop.
My tip for the Brainees is to keep focused on the main objective and use their training to link the 5 images together.
So, our final 3 brave the wheel to compete for their brown brain belt and for a chance to triumph over the table of supreme focus. Time to spin. Will their memory training help our Brainees ignore the effects of the wheel and memorise the images? The order they are looking for is at the bottom of the screen. Maximum Maddi looking very wobbly at the start. She did well in the training, but can she bring it in here? Maddi's obviously finding this challenge more confusing than a cappuccino at a Japanese tea ceremony. She chose go, and now she's putting it back again. Don't forget, our Brainees must fight their dizziness and pick out the opposite images of the ones they saw on the wheel. So here are the images that Maddi saw, and here are their opposites. For every one she gets wrong, there's a 5-second penalty. Indecision with the last 2 there. But she's finally gonged. Looks like the dizziness got to her though. Now Anurag. Anurag thought he did very well in the training, but the spinning has definitely made him unsteady. Can he use what he's learnt to fight this distraction? Don't forget that this challenge decides which 2 Brainees will go through to the final round, the table of supreme focus. A big pause from Anurag there. Can he make up time with the order? Very fast with the order there, but is it enough to get the brown brain belt? David's turn. David struggled in the training. Can he master his grey matter now that it really matters? David's doing more toing and froing than 2 samurais on a seesaw. The dizziness has clearly distracted him. And that pause was bigger than a sweaty sumo's dry cleaning bill. He's finished, but how has he fared? Time for the results. Maddi, 1 minute 44 and 4 penalties. That's 2 minutes 4 in total. Anurag, 1:38 with 3 penalties, so it's 1:53 in total. He's in. Maddi's place in the dojo hangs on David's score. 1 minute 56 seconds with 2 penalties, which means there's only 2 seconds between him and Maddi. But Maximum Maddi is in and David is out.
Walk of Eternal Regret.
The training, if I had done it better, I think I would have been more confident going into the next challenge. I think Anurag will win because he did very well in the training and the actual challenge itself.
So with only 1 level to go, it leaves just Maximum Maddi and confident Anurag to wear the brown brain belts in preparation for the final.
I'm really relieved that I got the brown belt because there was 2 seconds in it.
Now that I've got the brown belt, the black belt really feels in my grasp.
Brain-Jitsu.
8 young hopeful arrive at Brain Training Dojo to fight for Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt. As challenges got tougher, Brainees get fewer. Some lost control, others too slow. But one by one, they've been eliminated until just 2 remain. Maximum Maddi, nearly out 4 times. She had more lives than Siamese cat. And confident Anurag, strong contender in every level, and whose self-assurance has never faltered. But who will use their brain training to the max to win final challenge? Level 7, Black Belt!
So, this is it. Between my 2 remaining Brainees and the Black Belt stands Brain-Jitsu's ultimate challenge, a mental duel that is head-to-head in every sense. The battlefield? A table, but not just any table. For this, my friends, is the table of supreme focus, where our 2 Brainees will attempt to move a ball across the table using only the power of their mind. By getting this far, they've already demonstrated mental control under many different types of pressure. But now, they must learn to focus their minds by entering a state of total calm. To prepare them, my 2 finalists will need to get into the zone.
Room of mental nourishment.
So, it all comes down to 2. Confident Anurag and Maximum Maddi. In this final room of mental nourishment, our 2 brown brain belt holders must bring together all the training they've received in the dojo to achieve the ultimate focus.
Brain training. Mentally prepare yourself for the final task. Don't let the sounds put you off.
So, our 2 finalists have to block out the noises and focus only on finding their inner calm and concentration. Maddi seems to be concentrating hard on eating. Anurag can't stop scoffing too. And is that a smile playing on his lips? He doesn't seem to be in the zone at all. Training tip time.
Okay, here's a tip. Not that I need it. Tense and then release individual parts of your body from head to toe.
Hopefully I'm going to win because I really want that black belt. Black belt. Black belt.
I really feel confident now that I can win. She's never gonna win, never. I'm quite calm. She isn't. She always gets worried about things like cockroaches.
You act all sort of, oh, I'm not bothered about that kind of thing. But you are really. Sure.
Confident Anurag won the last task and has never been in the bottom 2. Can he sustain this impressive record? Maddi's Brain-Jitsu experience has had more ups and downs than a roller coaster. Will her dojo journey end in a downward spiral, or will she go out on a high?
Table of supreme focus.
Rules are simple. Each Brainee must push ball to the opponent's end of table using only power of mind. Sensors in Brainees' headbands measure brainwaves. This is converted into electrical signal, which moves ball. More focused mind, stronger signal, and faster ball will travel. See how Brainees are doing on this readout. 2 lines represent each player's brainwaves. Lower the line, more concentrated their mind.
To make sure this is the test of all tests, our Brainees must win the best of 3 rounds. So, this is the big one. If they are to succeed, our 2 finalists must use all their brain training to enter their zone of absolute focus. This is the reason they came to the dojo. This is the moment they've been training for. The she hand starts them off and the mind race is on. Confident Anurag is first to move the ball. It's not flying towards Maddi's end. In fact, it's moving very slowly. You can see on the computer readout that both players' lines are almost identical. Both Brainees look incredibly focused. Battered tempura. Maximum Maddi has stopped the ball in its tracks and is moving it back towards Anurag's end, and it's flying down. You can see Maddi's green line is way below Anurag's now. So it's round 1 to maximum Maddi. She maxed out her focus in that round to come from behind when it looked like it was all over. Confident Anurag is smiling, but he should watch out because the look on Maddi's face is raw determination. Time for round 2. Leaping salmon sashimi. Maddi's off again, and that ball is moving faster than a bullet train. Her green line is flat and low, and Anurag's black line says it all. Anurag's black line has dipped. Can he get it back? Nope, it's all over. Maximum Maddi has done it, and she looks genuinely shocked. She truly used her training to the max to prove herself a true winner of the black brain belt of Brain-Jitsu.
When I started, I thought I'd come out first. And to be here right now is just really good. Definitely will wear my Brain-Jitsu black belt with pride.
Glory for one brings disappointment for another. He fought valiantly, but now Anurag must leave the dojo.
Oh my God.
Walk of eternal regret.
And I'm feeling literally gutted. I don't know, how did I lose? I was so calm, and I think in the end, I just think she's got some psychic power. She moved the ball towards me.
So, Anurag lost focus when it mattered the most, and it cost him the black. But it's a triumph for maximum Maddi. After riding high in the first challenge and then plummeting almost to the bottom 3 times in a row, she regained her brain power. She built on that success to take it all the way to the max to earn back her nickname and prove herself worthy to wear the Brain-Jitsu black brain belt.
Our journey has come to an end. Another Brainee has proven themselves worthy to wear the Brain-Jitsu black belt. But while Brain-Jitsu might represent the most extreme form of brain training, its philosophy can be shared by all. Each and every one of you has it in your power to grow your mind. All it takes is dedication and practice. This has been